Greetings, my lovelies. So I read this lovely book. It is a blast from the past. It came out in 2002, I believe. Let's double check that. Copyright 2002. All right. So Nocturnal Witchcraft. I say it's a blast from the past because I originally bought it when I was a teenager. And then I never read it all the way through. I did do some of the exercises in it and whatnot, and that's great. I bought it again in 2020 or 2021 with the intent of actually working through the book and ended up giving it to someone. And this is the first time I've actually made it through the full book. It is absolutely glorious. I have done some of the rituals in it. And when I'm feeling extra night kind, as Konstantinos calls it, um, that's when I incorporate that more into my practice. I do have an element of dark energy uh, in my practice, uh, but overall, I'm very eclectic. This book, as a warning for those who do not ascribe to Wiccan uh, mythologies and dogmas and whatnot, it is a nocturnal version of Wicca, which, like I said, when I was a teenager, that was pretty much the only option out there for witchcraft was Wicca. So, not surprising that I had grabbed this book. But it's still like I don't ascribe to Wiccan dogma like the rule of three and the Wiccan Rede and so on and so forth. But if you take those elements out, you can still fashion it using the different techniques in this book, which I think are very helpful. I feel like people need to be fully well rounded in their practices. And if you feel like you can only do magic during the daytime and pull in the daytime energies, but let's say you have a ritual you need to do at nighttime and you haven't tapped into those energies, then it can be a little shaky. So, in my practice, I like to be able to uh, fully grasp onto any and all things, uh, things that are around me, so that I can make the most powerful rituals, spells, manifestations, however you want to call it. I would give this book, for the time it was written, I would give it a 4.5. If I go off of modern day language and what we have learned through the time since 2002, and new techniques and whatnot that have been brought forth, I would give it about a 3.5, just because it is very aged. Um, and like I said, it's very Wiccan driven, so most people aren't going straight Wicca right now. And just because of the limiting factors and love and light, and not to say that that's a bad thing, but most people are seeing more of a holistic point of view in their magic. And so that's the only downside, is the limiting factors of trying to follow these rules that may not fit with everyone's uh, spiritual or magical philosophies. So I would still recommend reading it because there are some good points in there that, as you can see, I have and uh, highlighted and lots of underlined aspects in there that, like I said, I don't personally ascribe to Wicca, but I can still draw from and use some pointers in there because it is compatible with my practice. As they say, take what you what works and leave the rest, Yeah, so that's pretty much all I wanted to say on that. Y'all have a beautiful day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.